Hello, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz, and here's little Minnie in her bucket bed. Today we're doing hip mobility mat. So everything's going to be on the mat. There will be some kneeling exercises, however, so make sure you've doubled up your mat or you've got a nice soft floor. Now I'm using a Pilates ball for just one of the side lying segments where we're going to put it under our rib cage. You don't need one of these. You could even use a small firm sofa cushion, or you can hold yourself up on your elbow and don't use it at all. You will also need a chair to hold on to in a kneeling position. So we're just going to elevate one arm on that chair. So you want to make sure it's a chair, not just the wall, because you want to be using the seat of the chair for this one. We're going to get started in a kind of Z position. So you want to try and line up your foot kind of with the knee of the other leg. We're going to hold our tummy in, roll our shoulders down and back, and we're going to attempt to do this without hands. You're going to come up, you're going to switch your legs and sit back down. Now it doesn't matter if your legs end up not aligning perfectly. What I really want you to focus on is that all the way down, up, slight tuck, and rotate. So you're slightly tucking forward with your hips, and the way to do that is by pushing and squeezing the underside of the glutes. And back down. It's up, rotate those feet, and back down, up, rotate, and down. We're going to change this slightly in just a few more. Up, rotate, and down. Now I want you to extend your leg to the side, and you're going to lean, and then you're going to come up, rotate, lean away, extend, up and rotate. Now if you want to put your hands down like this, it might feel more comfortable for you. You can do that. Otherwise, try to keep your body as upright as possible. I mean, you are going to be leaning, but try to use your core to help you move through the space. Okay, we're going to add on again. We're going to come side, then we're going to come forward, come back, up and switch. So it's side, it's upright with the body, it's side down and switch. Lean, straighten up, lean, down and switch. And if I'm going too fast for you, you find your speed that is going to be challenging for you, but where you can do it with correct form. And it's okay if some of your reps look a bit messy. Mine are as well. Just one more on this side, and forward, and side, and down. Now we're going to change it a little bit. We're going to bring our leg to the side. We're going to come and up to the side, and straight back. So we're just going to stay on this one side. Straight, and up. So now you are rotating your hip, up, and to the front. Kneecap up, and to the front. A few more like this. How about just two more? You should be feeling that hip flexor burning. Last one. Now, we're going to bring our foot in. So we're going to have a diamond shape, and then we're going to switch. We're going to bring our foot in, the other one comes to meet it, and then switch. Now you might need your hands for this one, and if you do, just tap down a little bit with your hands. You bring your foot into a diamond, the other one comes to meet it, and then switch sides. Just a few more like this, and maybe you're starting to do it with just balance. Hold your tummy in, it really helps. Foot in, diamond shape, down and side, foot in, diamond shape, and side. And this is the last one, and we're going to end up on this side. Now extend the leg, and we're doing the same thing, front and side. Sweep it front and side. So if you need to use that other hand, just come down like this and up. So I'm doing a little raise every time I bring the leg to the front and to the side. Should be adding up now. 4 more, and side, 3, tummy's in, shoulders down and back, 2, and 1. Now, can we extend up? Use your hands, extend up, come down and side. It's an extend center, meet it, come down and side. So straight leg if you can. If you can't, then just bend it a little bit and side. Maybe you can do it without using your hands at all. It's center, it's straight, it's bend, and sweep side. Up and up, down and side. Come on, a few more like this. This is awesome for your hip flexors as well as your core. Up and up, down and side. Up and up, down and side. Come on, last one. Down and side. Nice job. Okay, we're going to switch things up. I'm just going to move my mat a little bit because it's kind of doing a little bit of a walkabout. So now we're going to come into a side lying position. I'm going to use that ball underneath my rib cage. So you want to make sure that you've got your shoulder aligned with your elbow. You've got this right underneath the rib cage, closer to your waist. So it's really helping to support you. But at the same time, I want you to pull in and use your entire core to keep you upright. So you don't want to be slouching. You want to push out of that shoulder. Now your hips are lined up on top of each other. And we're just going to start here with our diamond. So this time I want you to lift your shin. It's up and down. Up and down. So you've seen these before. They are so super effective that I like to use them in just slightly different variations. Up and down. So we used the weight last time if you did that workout, which means we didn't have as high a range of motion. So today we're not using the weight. Up and down. So I want you to think control on the way up and control on the way down. So this is just waking up our outer thigh, outer hip muscles. 2 more like this. Up and down. And last time, up and down. Now we're going to put the bottom shin down and we're going to flex our foot and we're going to do a rotation as if we're doing a bicycle with the top leg. So it's out, back and in, straight out from the belly button. I'm going to have to move because I'm going to hit my chair. So straight out from the belly button, all the way sweeping behind as far as you can, but keeping the knee pointing to the front. All the way back and in. All the way back and in. These rotations are so good for opening up the hip. 2 more like this. Last one. And guess what? We're going to have to bring it in first, then out and around. Into the chest, back, and then straight to the front. Doesn't matter which way you go. The main point is that you want to be switching sides. All the way back, front in. All the way back, front and in. Are you slouching? I hope not. Keep your belly button pulled in, around, front and in. How about 4 more? 3, 2, last one, and all we're doing is a rainbow to the front and back in line. So really open and up. It's that whole rotation aspect that is really going to help strengthen and open up through the hips. Up and down and back to the front. And if this is too much for you, you can micro bend your leg or don't come as close to the front. Maybe just come to 45 and back, but I really want it high. 45 and back, just 4 more. Simple stuff, easy to follow. Really want you to focus on the work. 2, last 1. Nice job. Okay, same thing other side. So come down into the side lying position. Make sure that your hips are stacked on top of each other. You've got the ball kind of near your waist, but you're really pushing out of that shoulder, so you're not slouching down like this just because the ball is there. Keep everything stacked. We're going to lift our bottom shins and start with those nice clam shells all the way up and back. So up to you to really think push, push, push. Squeeze the underside of the glutes, and the more you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze here, the more you're going to feel that push back and that range of motion opening. All the way up. You'll feel your inner thighs here as well. because of that big stretch opening. Maybe even use your hand here. Help push that knee back. Breathing through it. All the way up. Deep breaths here. 5, 4, 3, open, 2, and 1. Now drop that, flex your foot, and we're going to start with those rotations. So it's like doing a bicycle or riding a bicycle. And I want you to keep your leg in the same horizontal plane, so don't move. Your outer thigh is facing the ceiling, your inner thigh is facing the floor. Don't change that positioning. And I want you to go all the way back, push your heel towards the back, and then if you can, come all the way into your chest. Up and around. I'm hovering my leg, so I'm still engaging my outer thigh here as well, and this whole outer hip area. But it's not super difficult, okay? This is more for mobility. Not every exercise is going to burn like crazy. 4 more this direction. 3, 2, last 1. And guess what? We're coming in first, then back, straight leg around. All the way back, straight leg around. So kick your heel towards the back and then bring that straight leg all the way up to your chest if you can. If you can't come as close in, you find your point of challenge. Blow out all the air as that knee comes in. This should feel really good. It's almost like a stretch sculpt. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and now we're just going to do those arcs. Can you come in line with your belly button? If not, that's okay. Just make sure that you're really making that arc as big as you can, okay? Challenge yourself. If your neck gets sore in this position, you can look down towards your elbow to change that angle. Or if you needed to, which I probably should have told you before, lose the ball and come all the way down on your side. How about 4 more? And 3, 2, and last 1. Nice job. Okay, we don't need this ball anymore, but we're going to use our chair. Now you want to be putting the chair on the side of the leg that we just worked, okay? And we're going to put the chair, I'm going to turn on an angle so you can kind of see a little bit better, but we're going to put the chair directly to our side. So you want to make sure that you're coming into a kneeling position near the chair. Your hand is going to be on there, but it's going to be closer to the front, and you want to be in line with the back. So we're just going to get started by coming forward, leaning forward as if we're doing an all-fours move, extending the leg and then tapping to the front. So you're coming down and then tapping front. So you want to keep your tummy pulled in, and you want to make sure that at the back there, you really squeeze your butt cheeks. I'm trying to find an angle that kind of shows you a little bit better what I'm doing with my back leg. So parallel front and back for now. And as you hinge forward with a flat back, you are bringing that leg up higher at the back and squeezing the underside of the glutes. So at the moment, everything is parallel. A few more like this, just 4. You want to hold your tummy in and not press too much weight on this arm on the chair. 2, and 1. Now we're going to change it. We're coming back, but instead of going back, we're going to open up and back. And then we're going to tap across towards the corner of the chair. So before we were here, now we're tapping here. So we're going to come up and back, opening the hip and tap across. Up and back, tap across. So it's a turn our position extension at the top and then coming across the midline. Up and back, and across. Lots of core work here today. Make sure that your neck and your spine are moving in unison. So you're coming all down at the same time, all up at the same time. Now this other leg, stretch into it slightly by leaning your torso back on the up. A few more like this. How about 2 more? And last one. And across, try not to fall over. We're coming back into that same position, so that real open. Now, I want you to put your entire forearm onto that chair. Make sure you're pushing out of your shoulders, and we're just going to open up further, come back in line. Open up further, come back in line. Come back in line. Really open up as much as you can, pointing that toe towards the back wall. And then back to parallel. So it's open, 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 down and parallel. Open, 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 down and parallel. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now come back up. So I'm just going to move a little bit. So you're back up, and this is the front. This is in. So I'm in towards my chair, which means I'm crossing this foot in front of this knee, okay? We're gonna kick and come back. Kick and come back. So hold your tummy and slightly lean back. You're kicking diagonal across and come back. You're leaning your whole torso back, so you're not breaking at the hips. It's kick across. So as you kick across, you're leaning and you're feeling the stretch down this kneeling leg. Kick across. It might take a few. I was wobbly at the beginning too. 2 more. And last one. And we're done. So we're moving to the other side. Okay, so other side. You're going to align your hip with the back of the chair. Your hand is towards the front. And we're going to come down, extend the leg, and then tap in front. So at the moment, you're completely parallel. Your hips are both facing the floor on the down. All the way back, and tap in front. You go at your pace. If this is too fast, that's okay. You just go at your pace as long as you're finding it challenging. Straight behind and tap. So at the moment, you're really trying not to open up the hip. You're trying to keep everything parallel. And as you come up, think about tucking and lengthening through the kneeling leg. And up. 2 more. Last one. Okay, so now we're doing the same thing, but we're going to open our hip up, diagonally kicking, and then come in and bring your leg across the center line. So it's up and back, front and across. Up and back, front and across. Extend really long at the top there and really open your hip and tap across the center line. Up and back and tap across. Really feeling the burn on that other side as well, on the kneeling side. Stretching through the hip flexor. Up and back and across. How about 4 more? 3, 2, last one. Finish it off. Now coming back down, we're going to come parallel and then really open up. Parallel and really open up. So now you've got your entire forearm on the chair. Parallel and then open, open up. Down and open. down, and try to keep looking at the mat. Don't crane your neck to look at me. Lower your hip and open, open, open. Squeeze the underside of your glutes and really push your hips forward as you open. 3 more. 2. Last 1. Now come up and across again. Now we're going to extend the leg and lean back slightly and come back in. Now find your positioning. You're leaning back and coming forward. Leaning back and coming forward. So your leg is crossing the center line and you're just hinging back a little bit, and that hinge is causing this front thigh, the kneeling thigh, to stretch. Okay, you should be feeling that. It's a tiny motion. I'm hardly moving. Can really feel that though. Just a few more. 3, 2, and last 1. Awesome job. Okay, so you don't need your chair anymore. Move that out of the way. And we're coming into using, so the leg that we were just kneeling on is the leg that we're going to be using now. So we're going to come into a all fours position to start. Put both your hands down, push out of your shoulders, and we're just going to start with a hydrant out to the side. Up and back down. Up and back down. So we're starting in all fours, but we're going to change this up pretty soon. Up and back down. Up and back down. Just 2 more like this. And now we're going to come down with our back elbow, and we're going to come in and extend. In and extend. So we're coming into that similar sort of side-lying shape, but because we've got our other arm down, our body is more kind of at 45. And we're going to switch between the 2. So we're going to come back up on the back arm, do 2 hydrants, and then come into this position and do 2 of these and switch between the 2, okay? 2 more of these. So I really want your hip to be to the front on this one. So we're coming back in line, 2 hydrants to the side, come back down and extend. Come in, hydrant, come back down and extend. So as you come down, you want to keep your knee coming into the chest. So here, bring your knee in and then extend. Come back down and up. Come in and extend. Just 2 more sets. Down and up. Come in and extend. Nice job. Stay here. We're going to do big rotations. So we're going to come all the way up in and around. All the way up in and around. Big rotations. Extend to the back and all the way around. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And guess what? Up first, back and in, all the way around. Extend. You're really turning your hip out here. Up and around. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to do those arcs again. Side and front. Slightly different angle, really feeling it. Side and front. 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Awesome job. Sit back for a second. And other side. This is our last little series. So I really want you to give me your all, and then we're going to stretch, okay? I mean, we've been stretching the entire time. It's kind of been a stretch sculpt workout, hasn't it? So come into all fours. Tummies are in, push out of your shoulders, and just start with those hydrants again. Directly to the side. opening up. So start with keeping your chest facing the floor. Really open up. A few more, then we're coming down on that back elbow. Just 3, 2, and 1. Come down on the back elbow and we're going to go out and in. So extend and pull in. Extend and pull in. So your hip is really open here. Your kneecap is towards the front of the room. And you're lengthening. And as you lengthen, think stretch and push through the hip flexor to the front. Push and tuck through those hips. Okay, 2 more, then we're going to do that combination. And 2, so come back up to hydrants. And 2, back down and extensions. And 2, come back up, it's to the side. And 2, in with the knee, extend. Up again. Wide. Come down and extend. Ah, really feeling that burn. Come down and extend. Just 1 more. Hydrant. Come down and extend. Nice job. We're going to come in and around. In and around. Doesn't matter which direction. I just want big circles. In and around. In and around. And if this is too uncomfortable, you can just stay up here and do smaller circles. Up to you, if that positioning is better for your shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and it's out. Out and around. In, out, and around. So just reversing it basically. Come on, we can do this. We're nearly done. We have this and the arcs, and that's it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're coming front and side. You can slow this right down. If this is just too much, you can even come back and do a side lying one. Okay, that's your option. How about 3 more sets? 2. And last 1. Awesome job. Okay, we're going to stretch it out. You can either use your mat or you don't need to if you have carpeted floor. Heels together, knees apart, and just come down. Let your armpits drop heavy to the mat. Now I want you to come towards the front and then really sit away from those arms. And other side, sitting your butt away from the arms. And we're going to lay it down. So bring your knee all the way in and then bring it across the body. It doesn't have to go all the way to the mat. I just want you to feel this opening here and your spine rotating. Look towards your front hand. And then just let that drop down. Releasing through those hips, maybe wiggle a bit here. And if you can, just grab onto that leg and maybe drop it to the side. And then bend, extend. If you can't hold on your ankle, just maybe up here. Doesn't have to be low, I just want you to feel the stretching through the inner thigh and the hip. And then let's switch that up, so bring your knee in and then bring it to the front and look towards the back. And then bring that leg in and just open up through the hips. Relaxing, breathing. And if you want to bend that leg, you can, the front leg, and just bring that out to the side. Really nice inner thigh stretch as well as a bit of your hip opening. And let's just do a figure 4. And other side. You can push away lightly on that knee. And then bring it all the way. Can you grab your ankles and just pull your heels in towards your butt? And open, then change. If you can't grab onto your ankles, maybe just grab up higher. Nice job. Coming up, come into a cross-legged position and just lean slightly forward. And then come up nice and tall, rotate to the back. Another side. And then switch the leg that's in front and just lean forward again. And a reach overhead. And to the front corner. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me for Hip Mobility Mat. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to Barlating with you very soon. Bye for now.